Hi, in this video, we are going to set up a local environment to develop the restaurant service. So for that, let's first download or generate a Spring Boot project to develop our restaurant service. Let's go to start.spring.io. You can see the URL start.spring.io. Here you will be able to generate a Spring Boot project. So under project section, you have option to select your build tool. I'll be using Maven, so I'll leave it as it is. Then you will be able to select your language. You can select any language. I am using Java. Then your Spring Boot version. Now let's add the project metadata. For me, it is backend academy. I'll use the artifact as restaurant service. Then the packaging, I'll use Java jar, and the Java version I'll be using 8. Now to develop the Spring Boot application, we need some dependencies. So let's add some dependencies. We need Spring Web. So Spring Web is used to develop RESTful web services. So I'm using Spring Web. Next, I need a MySQL driver to connect to my MySQL database. So I need MySQL driver. Next, I need a Spring Data JPA to communicate with the database. So I need Spring Data JPA. Next, I'll be using Lombok. So Lombok is basically a library using what you will be able to reduce the boilerplate codes like getters, setters, or you have two string methods. So for that, we'll be using Lombok. So that's it. With that, our project is ready. So you can click on this generate button here and your project will be downloaded. I already have the project, so I won't be downloading it. Now let's install MySQL. We'll be running MySQL as a Docker container. So for that, we need to pull MySQL image from Docker Hub. Let's go to Docker Hub using hop.docker.com. You can use this URL to go to Docker, and here you can search MySQL image. Once you find MySQL image in Docker Hub, you will find this command docker pull MySQL to pull the latest image or the latest version. The tag will be by default latest. If you want to use any particular version, you can use the tag reference using the colon. So once you use this in your local environment, you open your terminal and you run docker pull MySQL, you'll have this image pulled into your system. Now at this point, I'm expecting you have Docker, Java, Maven, and one of the IDE installed for this entire project. I'm not going to cover any of those installation because those installation process is platform dependent. With that, let's continue. So once you go to your terminal, once you pull the image, you can use docker images to verify that the image is pulled properly. Here you can see the repository, which is basically the image name, and the tag is latest. Now to run a container from this image, we'll use this command. We'll use docker run -p and then use this command to expose 3306 port. We are using this because our application is running outside the Docker container and we need a port to access this Docker container. So we are exposing this port for our application to access MySQL. Then we'll give a name. The name will be local MySQL DB, and then we will provide a password for our root user. So our root user password will give here. Then the -d command use to run this entire command in detached mode, and then we'll provide the image name. Once you hit the enter, now you can see the Docker container running using docker ps command. So you can see our Docker container is running. Here is the container name. Here is the port we have exposed, that is 3306. So if you are using any client like SQL Workbench or from your IDE, you will be able to access this data, or you will be able to connect to this MySQL using this port. So that's it. Our MySQL is installed and our Spring Boot project is set up. In the next video, we will import the project into IDE and we will start developing our application. Thank you.